viewers, this is MMMW Couples Hour. Why MMMW Couples Hour? It's a program set up by God to encourage, to enrich and revive marriages. Marriage is an institution by God and is a school that no one graduates. So we need to share positive stories, testimonies to show the world that marriages still work today. So we are showing this to let people know that marriages are still working. And this show is about bringing different couples with their unique love story. And today, being the first show for the year, we've got a wonderful couple with us today. This couple, they are ministers of God. They are pastors. Pastor Kenny is a founder of Shalom Life Changers Ministry here in the UK, and Pastor Oba, as we call her, she is the founder of Unique Women UK, and she's the CEO of Oba Connections. They are both parents, and they are busy for the Lord, serving the Lord, and they are role models to many couples around the world. They are happy to share their story. They are happy to share their experience, their secrets, and the challenges they face in their marriage. So welcome with me today on this show, Pastor Kenny and Pastor Bukky Akande.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Kemi. It's good to be here.
We are happy to have you, sir. We're happy to have you, man. Thank you very much. God bless you. So we are starting today. I love that look. I love the way you are looking at each other. That's really it's really lovely. I love that. We are going to capture that look later.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we are starting straight away. Our viewers are waiting. They've been waiting for this time. They always want to know how you met. And that's where we're going to start today. So I'm going to start from Pastor Bukky. Tell us how you met.
Okay. It's such a wonderful, wonderful experience. I tell you, it just confirms that God can make you to meet your future partner anywhere and everywhere. Just all we need to do is continue to do what God asks us to do and keep living. I was working in a Christian bookshop, and Pastor Kenny walked in and he wanted a large print Bible.
Wow.
And I was wondering, why you're so young? What do you need a large print Bible for? And is this supposed to be for you or somebody else? And he said, oh, it's for him because he wants to be able to study even more at night so that he can see clearly as well. So, oh, okay. So I took him through different versions of the Bible, and he later decided to pick one of the ones that I mentioned. But when I was showing him the Bibles, we were talking, and he was telling me like different things about his traveling, his journey, and how he's been trying to get different Bibles to pick up. So while he was talking, one of the tapes that I put on to play happens to be a message of the church that I was going to.
Okay.
Not knowing that he had been attending every now and then the same church.
Wow.
And we never saw. And I used to work in the bookshop of the church as well. And he used to come to that same bookshop to pick tapes at the end of the service, or even I'd come to check for a Bible. But it was only this time that he had the opportunity for somebody to show him different types of Bible, because I have great passion for versions, for Bible versions. So, and that was how we met. And I think after that, when he now came to the bookshop the following Sunday saying that he wanted to get a tape, but I knew it was not a tape.
You could
Why
sense
would he
it.
come at that time that was there? He has not been coming to
Now it became a Sunday thing.
So and he got the tape, and So he said, oh, then he came another time. Oh, the tape seemed to have part 1, part 2. He wanted the part 2. And I said to him, oh, sorry, we haven't got it. But what we do is that we take orders. So we will take your details, call you when it's ready. We'll get the media people to get it ready for you, and then you can pick it up. So, I said, oh, I'll need your number so that I can check when the tape is ready. I said, no, you don't need my number. No, you do not need my number to check that, sir. We will call you when the tape is ready.
So, now over to Pastor Kenny. What was going on in your mind? You came to buy Bible and you find yourself going back there every Sunday, sir. Tell us, what was God ministering to you? What attracted you? What, did you have a dream? Or, please just tell us your side of the story, Pastor.
That's what a beautiful experience. Thank you very much, man. Actually, I traveled, and when I back home in Nigeria, and when I looked everywhere as I was preparing to come back, then I could not find our Bible. Then suddenly, when I came back, I dropped my bag and everything, just jumped into the car, and I came back to church, and like you rightly said. So, and I said, okay, I know that in my church, we normally have Bible. Let me just quickly go in there and pick it up. So, and that is all how the whole thing started, actually. And I want to say, it's what God has ordained, actually, to make it that way. And it happened. So, all I can say is to say.
But why did you come back again?
Pastor, tell us.
Because
is it the way she sold the Bible to you? Is it the passion?
It's my church, actually. That's my church. I mean, I've been coming there on regular because at times when we close from church, there's always a lot of queue. And at the same time, I attend the early service because in the afternoon I will go to work. So I don't normally have a time to stand on the queue.
Yeah,
and that's
actually the queue used to be very long.
The queue always very, very long. And so on this a fateful day, and I walked in, I said, okay.
You stayed on the queue?
No.
Why did you stay on the queue?
So, Pastor, you have not really talked to us. Don't keep us too late on this matter. What attracted you to Pastor Bukky? You bought the Bible, but you didn't leave. So you took Pastor Bukky home eventually. So something must have, is it the way she sold the Bible? Is it her passion? The way she took you through different Bible, or at that point, something did boom in your heart. Like some people say, something just told me, I just know in my knowing that this is my wife. I just want you to say that. Pastor, you are being too spiritual this time.
Oh, well, because it's to say that, well, I don't want to lie to say, okay, well, I know this is my wife. Mm-hmm. Because we will not do anything except it's commanded
by the Lord. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and, well, I just strongly believe that God has ordained it. Okay. And it has to happen the way it happens. And that is why. And I'm kind of, let me put it this way. I'm kind of person who is to somehow I want something different way. This is the way I want my things to happen. This is the way I want it to. But on this note, it's not.
It's so not happening the way you planned. Okay.
That is it. Yeah, that means it's God. And when God has things, so you have no right to change it. He has the key in his hand. So that's what I want to say.
But what do you like about me? What made you come back? Why
Pastor Oba, don't worry. Leave ref for me. So now, when Pastor when Pastor Kenny kept coming back, at what point, Pastor Bukky, did he actually express himself or made his intention known to you? At what point?
By the 3rd month. Because now I'm downstairs seeing this guy regularly. I never saw him before. All of a sudden, he's now needing tapes all the time. He's now wanting something I knew. And the thing
Wonderful.
is, it was also winter time. He used to have this lovely long jacket because it was tall. The jacket now looked really long and lovely. So I was now conscious of him. But the thing is, because I wasn't really interested in any man or something, I wasn't thinking of relationship at that time. But I was.
But you
conscious,
admired
you know,
him. I like you. You're very sincere,
yeah,
Pastor. You admire
I
him.
admired the fact that he was neat.
Hmm.
I liked the way he carried himself. And so I just appreciated him for that. I wasn't thinking of relationship or marriage or anything. But he kept on showing so much attention. Oh, when do you finish? Oh, you guys have been working so long. There was a particular day he literally went to the store to get us like drinks and some snacks. He said, "Oh, many people are working today?" And he would just go and he would buy us something. Then I knew. Then people, every time he comes, and people say, "This guy likes you. Why is he always coming?" Then I was like, okay.
So on that fateful day, how did he come out? I want to know. How did he? Just tell us now. Tell us the scenario. Pastor is very spiritual. So today is like we put him on the spot.
I know.
So tell us, how did
he? I'm the American here. He's the British guy.
Yes.
So,
so how did he tell you? Is it that God spoke to
on
me?
This particular day, on this particular day, he now said to me, no, I think he actually got my number from one of the ladies that was there because he realized I wasn't going to give him. And I didn't say, why should I give you my number? So, so he now called to, I remember, I think, was it your birthday or my birthday? And it was one of our birthdays. And he now said to me that, some friends that he was, I don't know whether it was his birthday or my birthday, because now we're talking.
Okay.
We just talk casually. Then, so this day he called me. We were on the phone for an hour. On the phone for an hour. When I have customers coming, I'll drop the phone. I'll go outside and I'll come back. He's still there waiting. That was the first day we broke the barriers. He told me about himself, his passion, what he would like to do, and all of that, and what he believes the Lord is, the way the Lord is leading him. And I'm like, okay. Then my pastor then had already spoken to me 2 weeks before that day and said to me that, I believe the Lord. No, he didn't say I believe. He just said, why are you not married? I said, I'm married. He said, no, you're not. I said, I'm married to Jesus. So one more, I'm married. So and I said, no. You're not married. Sit down. I said, no, I'm not talking about marriage here. I am married and I've had my baby and I'm good, So, I said, no. You're still hurting. You have not let go of the past. I said, I have. It's just I'm not interested in any man anymore. I said, but I believe God wants you to be married. It was 2 weeks after that this man showed up.
Wow.
Do you understand? And he started coming like that. So I told him, I said, I don't understand this guy. Why does he keep coming to the store all the time?
Wonderful. What a nice story.
So, yes, you did. Yes,
whoa, wonderful. God bless you. So let's fast forward a bit.
I told my pastor about them. We started praying.
Wow. Then, so you prayed and you didn't take too long. God spoke to you. So
sorry?
I said after he proposed.
Yeah, I started praying. Then we started talking. Then I started writing down things because I love writing anyway. So I'll pray and I'll write and like God started showing me and telling me things that he never told me that I started realizing more. Because like when you meet somebody, you don't tell everything at a go.
Exactly.
As in terms of his vision and all that. I started telling, he said, Then I think he now became very more conscious of me, that there's something different about this girl.
Wow.
It's
wonderful.
And
so fast forward from that point, you got married 9 months after.
We now went on a date.
Okay. So should we talk about the date now?
On a boat dinner.
Oh.
Boat dinner. We went on a boat ride.
That's wonderful.
That's when he said, listen, I don't want you to be my friend. I want you to be my wife. I said,
I was waiting for that point. Pastor didn't say that. Pastor, okay, so he actually took you out on a date.
Yeah, on a boat ride. You know the boat.
I know. That's
the boat
really
will take
romantic.
you for about 2 hours. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And
Pastor.
that's when you know.
I believe that she's a special lady, and they let me treat her in a special way.
Specially.
So, and that is actually that I came into my daughter and said, okay, let us go and have a dinner. So, and then we went into what's the place called?
Embankment. You take the road boat.
That's
ride from
really
Embankment.
lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So
It's an experience
special
you can never forget. That's a great experience.
That's how the whole story started.
Wonderful. So 9 months to this time, you got married.
Yes. She's still longing for it today.
Yes. Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what I said? She's still longing for more of that.
Yes. In fact, you need to do it regularly. The next wedding anniversary, maybe you should do that again.
Yes.
Amen.
Not amen. Yes, we will.
So you got married. That was when? What year was that?
That's 12 years ago now.
Wonderful.
And we got married like 6 months after that.
The first day you
months.
met. Yeah,
So,
the first 3 months.
I
That's
got married on
everything
my
within 9 months.
My birthday.
Wonderful. So you are doing as if you just got married yesterday. In fact, I'm seeing Pastor Bukky in another light today. Pastor Oba. Wow. Wow, this is wonderful.
When I'm with him, it's always different, you know?
Yeah, I can see. Pastor, what are the challenges you faced early in marriage, and how did you manage those challenges? Because, you know, both of you are coming from different backgrounds. If not that we don't have time, I would have actually asked you to say a bit of your background to us so that we know. But if we go into that, it will keep us, long. So how did you blend as husband and wife, coming from different background, and getting married to a spiritual, man like Pastor
And it's stern,
Kemi?
strict man.
Very strict. I can see, very strict. He's still looking very strict, even on this show. Pastor, I want you to smile to us and loosen up a bit.
I'm not. I'm not that people that close to me. I'm not straight. Is how do I put it? So go first on that.
Yes.
I think for me, Pastor Kenny is very firm in his ways and also in his beliefs and in the way he feels that a woman should dress. Can you see me like this? I never used to make effort like this. I jump into my jeans and jacket and I'm gone.
Oh my
And I realized
God.
that the first thing he did was to take me shopping. One of things about him is that he doesn't complain that much, but he will put his foot down in a different way. Like he would take me shopping. And when we get home, he expect you to start wearing them. I'm like, we just bought them. I might not wear some clothes for 2-3 months. I said, no, you have to start wearing them now. That's why we bought them.
That's
so
really
he changed
great.
My lifestyle.
So instead of, some people will be complaining and they will not act, they will not do anything about it. So couples out there, you want a change, instead of you lamenting that your wife does not do this, she doesn't, you go out and get those things and give it to her. She will use them. So instead of Pastor trying to complain about the tomboy dressing, he just got you nice, nice dress and want you.
Take me there. You take me there, get me to try them on, make sure I like them. I'll go and change. I will show him. He said, that looks good on you. That's not nice. This is nice. And that's how he gradually changed my whole wardrobe.
Wow.
That's
wonderful.
And if people doesn't know him, they think he's quiet. He's not that quiet. He will be firm. He will do what he needs to do. So one of the ways I had to learn that because I was not comfortable with that. I like my clothes in a particular way. I'm not too keen on making up. I just wear I just do my hair.
What comes to your mind?
I'm just going. Yeah, and I had to learn to change my ways and my lifestyle. So that was one first major thing that we had to act on. So I had to understand. And the thing is, it will. If when I'm upset about it, he will now take his time to explain to me why it's important. That he said, I'm doing it for you. See, like, look at your friends, look at your families. Every time we go, say, Bukky, you look different now. This is really not. It's him.
Yeah,
it's him.
Give him the.
But that took a while for me to accept it because I've gotten used to a pattern, a lifestyle. So that was number one.
Well done,
the other
Pastor.
Thing was,
thank you, Pastor Kenny. Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
And the other thing was the fact that he likes to eat particular type of food. And I thought he should be able to change it sometimes. And, not just that same type of food all the time. And to him, he doesn't mind changing, but as far at least every other day I eat my type of food. And that was...
So it was a challenge because you wanted him to change and he wanted his food. Yeah. He likes his food. Those challenges are not really, they are not even very, very strong. They are not things that could really affect your marriage in a negative way. It's just two people, coming together to show maybe these are the things I like, these are the things I don't like, and gradually you understand each other. Now, things like communication, was there any issue about both of you on communicating or hearing each other? Because sometimes in marriage, you see some people speaking, but the other party is hearing something else. So did you face any of such in your marriage initially?
Oh, for me, it was the major thing at the beginning because I realized that if I don't want Pastor Kenny to do something about a matter, don't talk about it. Because the moment I say something, he wants to get it fixed. No, I'm only sharing my thoughts with you. I'm not asking you to fix anything. It's just what I went to. No, we've got to change it and then go. No. And oh my goodness, I had to be learning. The other thing is that I had to learn when to talk. That I realized that it's not every time. There are different times you can talk that he will listen. So I had to learn when to talk to him about anything, no matter how the issue is heavy on my heart. I've got to wait. I know that when he's come back from work and he's eating and he's settled, then I can talk to him. I don't talk to him when he just walks through the door and say, guess what happened today? No. It just goes on the wrong side. And for me, I didn't find that because I grew up with my dad who would listen to anything at any point in time of the day.
Wow.
And he was not like that. He's like, you've got to learn when to talk, no matter the situation.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So, yes, Pastor Kenny, please say something about those challenges you faced when you newly got married.
Oh, yeah. She's a wonderful lady. It's very, very wonderful. And English. Yeah.
She's British.
She's British. Yeah. So, and if you, I keep on saying it, if you're British, and you marry an African man, so that's going to be, a little bit friction. So
proudly African man,
Yes,
African man. I'm not an European. I'm a real African man. So that's the thing. So for the fact that these are British, our way is different, and I know. This is a challenge for me, and it is, but it's not a challenge that I cannot undo.
Yeah.
So it's not something. So being a British, you want to do things in a particular way. So you give chances, and then you communicate, and you let. Okay, this is the situation of thing. If happen to say, this is the way it is, because she hardly speak Yoruba.
But I do now.
Wow.
Before I wasn't like this.
So that's speaking Yoruba. So that's number one. But that's not an issue. So we communicate. English on regular basis and everything. But in a way, speaking to my mom, speaking English. You don't speak English to my mom. the
Learn to
language
speak
and the
Yoruba.
display. So she always run around and give me the phone because I don't hear what mommy is saying. And
Oh my God.
So yeah, and from there, but God has helped us. It's always good to communicate and listen to one another.
Yes, sir.
And that is a great joy. So, and if it's up, then I'm in a lower side.
Yes, sir.
So when she comes down, then I
You
can
talk.
take her through. This is the way it is, and it is how it is. So why is this thing happen this way? This is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and let us watch it, and this is the way it's going to be. And with that, and God has been so grateful. I mean, I'm so grateful, and God is really, really on our side. And there is no marriage that we don't have any challenge, but because of number one, God on our side,
Yeah.
and secondly, with life experience, where you are coming from.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, it speaks a lot, volume in our lives, and you know how to handle things. And, when, especially when women want to compare, so if it's my dad will not do like that.
Yeah, you
see what I mean? My dad. So now, so let me go to my mom now.
You became uncomfortable. You became uncomfortable, Pastor Bukky, comparing you with the dad every time.
I had to learn.
No,
because my dad was a lot patient compared to my husband.
I know for every father loves their daughter.
Yeah.
That is clear. So we love our daughters and we know how we, get close to one another. But you can't use that as a yardstick and say, okay, I'm your husband, so that's your father. What your father will tolerate, I will not tolerate.
You won't, yeah.
So I'm your face of your father here. So I am your father here. So, and I know whatever I do, and on my behalf, God asks of that, I know it will put our finger up, a thumb up to say, okay, well done, my son. So all those things, and that is how we have been coming, and God has been, the leader of the home, and everything at all, that whatever we want to do. So I normally, when I come with all ideas and everything, then I come home and I say, okay, look here, these are the things I've been, and I give option 1, 2, 3. Go and think about it. So these are the issues on the table that I've been battling with. Can you give me your own version about it?
I like that about you. You always share.
So, and nothing hidden. And it's an open
relationship
here. So, and then we have to be transparent with one another.
Yes.
So, nothing to hide and nothing to, to put aside. Say it the way it is, and let us fix it together.
God bless you.
God bless Kemi.
Yes, ma'am.
The Yoruba word that he was talking about in terms of, it's Konki Yoruba, not the normal one that we all speak.
Now I know you're British, Pastor Bukky. And now I know you're British.
If I call his mom and say something like, Mommy, Kilarai Tishe or something.
Oh my God. Pastor Bukky, we need Yoruba lesson. We need to start Yoruba class. Oh, wonderful.
And you said that. I'll say, but you didn't tell me mommy was sick. He said, no, I didn't tell. She's not sick. I said, but why are you asking her how is she feeling? He said, no, it's a Yoruba word. It's just checking on her.
Wow. So you've grown from that level, Pastor Bukky. You now understand that Yoruba is fantastic. Yes. So let's go to how you manage your differences. God is the best matchmaker. Before this show, we're talking about how my husband is always also behind the scene. I'm the face of my marriage must work, because he wouldn't want it. He shows up maybe when it's necessary. So sometimes God will bring a quiet person, an introvert, and bring someone who is very, very, out there, and maybe an extrovert and so on. So tell us, how do you manage some of these differences of yours? Like maybe, in marriage, there are many areas of differences. Sometimes the way you handle children, sometimes it might be the way you handle finance, sometimes it might be the way you take offense, or your personality clash, or even ministry matters. So maybe someone is more romantic than the other, or someone is more sexually active. How do you handle major differences in your relationship?
I'll pick on the bit about when I've been offended, or I feel I've been offended, or I'm angry, or I feel that something has not gone the way I thought it should have gone. And for me, I would like be very open about it. He likes, that's the time I don't talk a lot.
Okay.
When I'm angry or upset about something, I talk less. Now he wants to talk and I don't want to talk. And then exactly, then he wants to explain in and he's very detailed. When he wants to talk about something, he can talk for 30 minutes, explain it. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to leave it. I just want to be. And that's the time he said, no, we're talking about it. And but the good news is the fact that the Lord had given me a particular type of grace that I know is God, that I can forgive an offense quicker than he does.
Okay. You show yourself, you show it when you are not happy with something, it shows, because you just withdraw to yourself.
Yes, straight away. Yes.
But he being a quiet person,
I'll show it and I'll tell him.
Him being a quiet person
wants to now talk to me about the thing I'm upset about. And I'm saying, no, that's not the time. Just leave it for now. Now he wants to explain. He just really wants to explain. He thinks I need to understand. I need to hear his own side of story. And I'm not interested in that side of story at that time.
Wow.
So, but anyway, when let's say he's done something wrong, and he would try to say sorry. I say, don't try. If you're sorry, be sorry. Don't you have to say sorry, say sorry. Don't come back and buy me something. Don't buy me anything. I don't want.
Pastor Bukky. Pastor Bukky. But do you know that most men would rather say sorry with action or other things than coming directly to say sorry?
I agree, but I didn't want
you
that.
Don't. Yeah, that is your. Now, you made him to understand that is a way of you saying sorry, but I still want the sorry. I want you to say it.
Yes.
Wow.
Now that you've given it, could you kindly say, I'm sorry about that?
And you insist on that. So
you say, but I told you. I showed as I don't show.
Pastor Kenny, how did you find that? Because I want Pastor Kenny to tell me how you find that, because I have preached it before that if your husband is making peace, he's trying to make peace in other ways, there is a way they do, maybe even with the children, they will be sending the children to you. Tell your mom that I love her, I love you. There is a way they always want to blend things when they've done something wrong. And I always say we women should just take it, because if we really want peace, we should just let it end. But in your own case, you want that sorry. Pastor
now
Kenny,
I do.
Okay, now you are now understanding that it doesn't necessarily have to say sorry.
Yes.
Pastor Kenny, how did you grow? How did she grow to that level of taking whatever you come with to settle any dispute or any misunderstanding without necessarily opening your mouth to say I am sorry, even though it's good to say?
Much as that men, we are full of ego.
Thank you, Pastor, for for being.
Men are full. Yeah, that's right. We are full of ego, and it's not part of us to say okay. Because a woman will capitalize on that. That's number one. And secondly, you know what? That's how you did yesterday. Yesterday, this is, and for man to be coming, okay, I'm sorry. So you are not a man enough. So that is how it looks like.
How it looks like but it's not it. It's not that you're not.
That is how it looks like. Now, but that is a natural. That is a man, right? But when God start to revive us and to see things differently, this is your parts of your life that you cannot. There is nowhere you are running to. It's something that you just have to fix together. Now, is that you might not come because some women they say, okay, especially if I give a hug, okay, I'm very sorry, that is okay. She has said that it's okay, but at times she'll be at the wrong side, right? But God has blessed our ladies, and they can turn things around, and they will put you, in the corner. So what you're going to do? So, but for peace to reign, is okay, I think I've grown past all these things. Come here, hello, my darling, okay, and then you hug and say, okay, that is okay. Or maybe you are coming and you get something nice and they say, okay. You know that what you have done yesterday was wrong, and that is, you just love it. Okay. So all those things, I think I want to say to men that not everything that we're going to get angry with actually is a question of a time that individual will get to know each other on that aspect, and gradually before we continue to blend. And there's some things that we do, or maybe I come back from work and say she has prepared food. I say, I'm not eating. I'm sorry. I'm not that I'm tired. It's too late. I don't want to eat now. So she might take offense.
Yeah, because I'm whatsoever. Make special food. And you're saying you're not eating.
Something like that. I'm a kind of person. Yeah, I want to let you know, explain, and to let you know the reason why this thing is happening. Because if you don't communicate, and because most of us, especially exactly men, so we don't verbalize things, we put it in there. So with hope that our partner knows about it, or she should know better.
She's not a mind reader. She's not a mind reader. She won't know if you don't explain.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So we should. We believe that she should know, and that for me, that is how I grew up. They explain things. With us, and
that must have really helped your relationship, sir. The fact that you talk, you are gentle, but you always communicate and let her know.
And that is it. And I put everything on the table, and I say, okay, what is the next thing to do? So everything has to be in sequence, and then we get it done. So if something is not done, so kind of person I am is I will make sure that I keep on reminding you, and so do you know this needs to be done? So and if it's not done, probably you are busy. Okay, I will. So the next time I'm coming, I will not ask you again. I'll go and fix it myself. I'll do it. So that's it. Wonderful. So I will fix it myself, because by saying it on regular distance, so it might go other way around.
Yes, that's
true. Does that really mean that? So even when I'm coming from work, I drop everything I want to do. If I'm tired, it does not really matter. So you don't have time. So when she got to realize that, so okay, no.
So she would make sure whatever you said she should do, she would do it before you go there and fix it yourself. Because you don't. When it gets to that level, you go to fix it, then she knows she's done something, something wrong. Yeah.
And I will not talk about it, and I will not, fight about it. But she realized that, and she knows that the work. Oh, okay. So when next time, if I see 1 or 2 times, so she go for it, and she fix it all.
Wonderful.
We are fine.
Thank you. So far we are enjoying your unique love story, and now I want to address this issue of Pastor Kenny getting married to a woman of God who is called also into ministry, because I know many people who are watching us also. We have some people who are also ministers gotten married to a pastor. So how do you cope with Pastor Bukky having series of ministrations? How do you cope? How do you blend it? I just want to know how you cope with being married to a woman who is called into ministry. Because, sir, why I'm asking this question is that some men will not support their wife, or they tend to compete, with such woman that has grace to do more for God. They're thinking, oh no, I am the one that is the pastor. You do things behind the scene. So I can't imagine someone covering all that God has put in this woman of God. I can't imagine her married to somebody who will just, zero her to kitchen and tell her to just be looking after children. So we want to give it to you for allowing Pastor Bukky to fulfill destiny. But I still want to know how you are coping. Hope she's cooking your food at the right time, giving it to you when you want it. We want to know. Tell us, tell us, Pastor.
Thank you, Ma. Well, it's never be a challenge, because when you have your family at heart, and all what you want is for everybody to success and to succeed in life,
yes,
and to make it. And when you check the pattern, that I say, okay, this is where my heart is, and she knows that for every little thing she wants to do, she bring it before me, and I say, okay, what do you think? And I have a date, this one, I have a date, this one, I have a date, this one. So these are the things I want to do, these are the, so what is your take? Should I go for it or not? I mean, you have my full support.
That's
and
wonderful.
We're going to good answer, we're going to pray about it. So pray about it. If it is flyer that it is sent to her or anything, so I'm going to lay hands on that. I'm going to pray about it and what God is saying concerning that. And that is, so if I have something for her, I will say, okay, this is what God is saying. So, and we'll take it on board. So I know she's not doing anything. And when she's busy and everything, I know we are all being trained to, do things. I know, are you okay with this and that? That's okay. No.
Very understanding.
This is also place. Another place. I'm just saying, don't worry about yourself. So
Pastor, you are not too demanding. You are not too demanding.
No.
It's not. Even with food, it's not demanding.
I'm not demanding for it at all.
He's happy with whatever I get. After coming out of the typical African food.
So,
oh my God.
It's okay.
Wonderful. So you should always give Pastor this typical African food regularly, and with very good meat and soup. Wonderful. God bless you. Thank you very much, Pastor.
It's good. I can as well cook. So I can as well cook. And she enjoyed the food.
So you enter the kitchen too, sir.
I think, Pastor Kemi, I'd like to quickly add something to what Pastor Kemi said. I think he also have the grace for it. Not many men can do what he's doing. I think he also have the grace, and also is tolerant. He's very tolerant. And lastly, just in terms of what he said last, because he's also very involved, there's nothing I'm doing that he's not aware of. And I think that's giving us help, because he's aware. He's like my major prayer partner. If there's anybody that I know is praying for me or praying for anything I do, it's him.
That is really one of the key. Pastor, you are having Pastor Oba, you are having Pastor Kenny's full support because you respect him and you bring everything. You say, but you see that one. There is no man or husband that you will respect that he won't react the way Pastor is reacting. Most men that, are very, very, not supportive is because maybe the women are just doing what they like, because God has called them and anointed them. They are not actually respecting their husband or carry their husband along in all what they do. You tell your husband all the invites and pray. He prays with you, even give you a word, towards that program. There is no way you won't be successful. And that is really, really wonderful. That means you're submissive, and you know that you acknowledge the fact that God has made him the head, and there is nothing you can become without him. So we really appreciate that. Now, Pastor Bukky, how do you balance your career, your family, and ministry? How do you balance that? I know it's almost... I've almost got all the answers from the way I asked Pastor Kenny, but I still want some, because on your own side now, how do you just make sure that everybody is fine my husband is okay, my children are okay, and so that the man will not feel neglected. So how do you make sure that all those are sorted?
I think over the years, the Lord has been teaching me what are my priorities. And that's what has really helped me in terms of priority. That number one, God is my priority. Number two, it takes over. If even I have canceled the program just because I needed to, because he said no. Because he said, no, I don't feel that you should go. And I canceled, I called them. I said, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make it. But I didn't tell them that
the reason.
because my husband did. No, but I said, sorry, because I realized I had to learn to honor man that the Lord has put over my head.
Great.
So my priority now became God, him, my family, and everything else. So now, the other thing is that I had to learn to put him first in everything I do in terms of making myself available and accessible for him. I don't want to get too busy that when he needs me, I'm not there. I'm too tired or I'm worn out. I make effort to make sure that I also create time for exercise, whereby I'm physically active as well. So because of all the things I do, I'm now able to manage that. But if I'm not physically active, I'm too tired, and the things I'm doing is wrong, because sometimes it's like from morning till night, then I'll just be worn out. I'll not be there. The other thing is that I don't just go into fasting because, God said I should fast. No, we talk about it. Wow. We agreed. He doesn't go fasting because he feels that, there's something that needs, no. He will tell, I'll be fast. I'm planning to fast next week, or can we fast together and so and so. And we over the years, we have learned many things.
You are very organized as a family. I like that.
Yeah, we have now learned, and we're learning on a daily basis, and God is really helping us. Not that we've attained or achieved what we want to, where we want to get to.
Yeah.
No, but what the thing is that we're learning on a daily basis, just like Paul said in the book of Philippians 4:13-14, to put the past in the past and begin to work on the now, on the future. Yeah. We don't bring the past back to ourselves. We let it go. Oh, yeah, you offended me. Yes. Oh, this is the third time, fourth time. We don't do such things. We don't do such things. We don't count back what we have.
Exactly.
No. We let it go.
Wonderful.
And it's on a daily basis, And it's because of also the closer we're yearning to be with God individually is helping us to now blend together.
Thank you.
Because we are both learning to get closer to God individually first. Then together is helping us.
Wonderful. Right? Thank you very much. Now, how do you create time to bond? How do you nurture your relationship? Because I know you're both busy. Pastor is ministering. You also minister as well. So tell us, those creative ways that you've prepared or you've set aside to nurture your marriage.
Okay, one of the ways is that I love adventure. I love Pastor because he loves to drive. Pastor Kenny can drive to many hours non-stop. He will just buy fuel or stop to get a drink and he will keep going. He can drive for hours, can drive all the way to Scotland anyway, just drive. Wow. So I love that. So and that is really good for both of us. So we can go for a ride. So many times we will go on we will drive around the city at night, maybe late in the evening, and drive slowly. We'll go around for about 2-3 hours. We'll go around
talking,
the
smiling,
talking, just clearing things. There are things I said, but why did you explain? Because there are many things I don't know. Many things I have no understanding, especially with human behavior. He will explain to me. For him, he will meet you and wait for you to talk to him. But I'm the other side. When I meet you, I start asking you questions. I ask about you. He's not like that. So he will teach me, oh, no, wait. Sometimes you need to wait. Let them talk to you. So that has also helped us. The other thing is that for weekends or the days that we're not working, we create more hours to spend time together in bed. We don't just get up, boom, everybody going away. So minimum twice a week, we try to spend time together. Just talking, just holding hands, just being together.
That's really wonderful.
And we also make effort to go for walks together. Sometimes we can go for 1 hour walk, not driving now, nothing, just going for a walk by the seaside. Just walk and come back, or go for a meal. Sometimes we don't cook, we just go for a meal or a drink. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything big or big shops. No, just little things that we felt that if we don't do that, we'll never really create time
for each other. This
and lastly,
is wonderful.
Anytime we want to get something shopping, you say, "Hello, and daddy." Like, where? I say, no. So we try to do a lot of the things we do together. We choose our glasses together. We help each other in all those ways. So you help.
That's really, really romantic.
Even though we're busy, but the time that we have together, we spend together.
Wow, that's great. You know, when we talk about time, creating time for each other, people always think pastors are too busy, especially, or they are too spiritual. All they do is fast throughout the year. So you've told us now that though you fast, but you still have time together.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the time is not. I mean, we take time from no time. That's
the word.
We take time from no time, and no matter how busy we might. If I say, okay, maybe if I look at things, okay, we need to do some. I mean, shopping, and I want to change some things, and okay, what are you doing now? Let's go out. So I just drive, and we go to somewhere. Oh, I saw something that I like, and we would like to have it. So let's go and look it, whether you will love it and all that kind of a thing. And when she also so, and maybe I go for one, but she might buy 3. So that's so all those things, and just to create a bit of time
together
for one another, not about just a busy all throughout. And we give God the glory for.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your time and your experience with us. So I have these relaxing questions. It's like a quiz. Well, it's not anything hard. And from the beginning, you've even answered one of the questions I would have loved to throw. So I don't know whether I should remove that. I have 3 questions. I actually wanted you to dance, but Pastor Bukky begged me to please not disturb Pastor Kenny. Don't even go there. To be saying Pastor should be dancing. So I said, okay, I will leave the dancing challenge and I will now give you something else. So I have number 1, 2, 3, but the number 1 has been talked about. That is, what do you remember about your first date? You've already told me, how lovely that first date was on the cruise, the one you did. So that one is out of it. So I have 2 questions. So you choose one, your husband will choose the other one. So number 2 and 3. So who is going for 2?
I'm twins.
So because you are twin, you are going for 2. Then Pastor Bukky will go for 3. So but in 1 minute, you have to give answer in just 1 minute. Just 1 minute because of our time. We are rounding up already. So Pastor Kenny, what are your 2021 couples goal to enrich your marriage? What are your 2020? Okay, the question is, what are your 2021 couples goal to enrich your marriage? You say you go out, you drive around, and what are the things you plan this year to further enrich your relationship with your wife? What do you want to do differently
this year? There's some area I want to take her to before, in which there is no that time, and this lock up has really spoiled the show. Yeah, really spoiled the show. But I'm trusting God that I'll be able to. One thing is I've learned from her how to be impromptu. So, because for me, I put everything on the table. Do you know? In the next 2-3 weeks, we are going to Germany. Okay. So from Germany, and then we will come back and we do this. So then after that, we will travel to Nigeria together. So we go and spend about 2-3 weeks, and then we'll come back.
Oh, that's 1 minute. That is talking a lot.
So those are the things.
You have plans. You have plans in place.
This year, God will help us. with the lockdown, and if everything lift up for this period, then
so you have a
God will
great
help us,
plan
and,
to take her out, go somewhere very exclusive.
Yes.
Wonderful. Looking forward to that, Pastor Bukky. Yeah, so to you now,
Definitely.
tell us the most romantic day or experience since you got married. The most romantic day with Pastor Kenny since you got married. Tell us in 1 minute.
The most romantic day was the day he kissed me by the seaside. Because it's not usually one person that will kiss outside. He would say, no, don't do that. But this time, from nowhere, by the sea, just held me and kissed me.
Wow. That's wonderful. Can you imagine, Pastor? I'm sure maybe she has never told you that, but that was a great deal for her.
Imagine that. You can't know your wife anymore.
Wonderful. So as we round up, Pastor Kenny, you wrote a book on the mailman. I can't live without you talking about it. Please, what is the book all about in just 1 minute, and how, will this help our men out there? How will the book really, be a blessing?
It's number one, I want to be brief on that. For every man out there too, come out of your ego, number one. And secondly, knowing fully that God has placed you in a position whereby you have to take responsibility. The Bible tells me in the book of Genesis chapter 18, verse 19, he said, I trust Abraham, my son, my friend, that you will look after your household. So, which is beautiful and wonderful. And we know that. So, if the whole concept about the book is all to make sure you carry your family along. And to the destination. So no one should fail on the journey. And anytime you are going here and there, then make sure you come back and check on everybody, how they are doing, how they are, and on everything they are doing, get involved in their things that they are doing. So with that, so you are carrying them along, and you're going to live.
How can they get this book, sir?
It's on Amazon.
I think is it in Amazon?
It's on Amazon, and they can go on obaconnections.com.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. So as we round up today, Pastor Bukky, Pastor Oba Connection. So what advice do you have for wives out there, struggling with career, ministry, and their family? What advice do you have for them?
I'll say that please, number one, remember all your assignment, all the things that God has for is for God. And because it's for God, remember that your husband matter, your family matter. They need to be carried along. Men don't see love the way women see love. A man's love is respect and regard and honor. Yeah. It's not just I love you, I love you, I love you. When he says stop, just stop. Don't forget, God is in control. It won't go wrong and you can't miss it. So let's learn to respect and be in submission, because God has made them the head for a purpose. Yeah. If we can see the front, then we don't need the men over our lives. And in anything, people always say that have two heads will be a monster. And so that's why God has made them to be number one. Home. And lastly, please pray for our husband. Let's pray for them. And as we continue to pray, we will see more of the goodness of God radiating through them. And when they make it, when they're in the place that they need, we too have made it.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Pastor Kenny and Pastor Obi. We really appreciate you. Thanks for being generous. Thanks for coming to share your unique love story. We really appreciate you. You have a very focused, organized family, and you are working actively to make your marriage work. So you are not just leaving everything for God. When God does his part, we're supposed to do our own part to make our marriage work. And we've really learned so much from your relationship, from your marriage. And we thank God for your children. We thank God for your family. Thank you for always being a blessing. We appreciate you. And I know that many people that will be watching now, or that are watching, or that will be watching later, they will really be blessed by your unique love story. And I pray that from now on, the wine in your marriage will always be sweeter and sweeter in Jesus' name. It is obvious that your marriage is working. It will continue to work as God intended in the mighty name of Jesus. We want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for coming. God bless you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Wonderful. Viewers from all over the world, we say thank you for being with us, for staying with us on My Marriage Must Work Couples Hour. We want to say we appreciate you. Thanks for listening to us. Thank you for wanting to learn more, on how you can make your marriage work. Thanks for being intentional about working together with your spouse to make your marriage work. Thank you for not giving up on each other. Thank you for not giving up on your marriage. We really appreciate you. And our prayer is that your relationship will continue to get better and better, especially as you seek God first. We really appreciate you. Send us your feedback. We are really looking forward to hear from you. Just send it to info@mymarriagemustwork.org, and you can share your story as well. If you want to come on our show, we'll be glad to bring you on so that others can learn from your unique love story. I am Apostle Kemi. God bless you. See you next time.